So the Indiana Fever were spotted at halftime in the and the Pacers game. They appeared at the Pacers game as one of the most popular teams in the WNBA, one of the most popular sports teams in the world right now. That was a crazy statement. I'm sorry. I need to tone back that statement. One of the most popular basketball teams in the world right now, without question. And obviously, when I'm recording this, it's brand new. Like, this has just happened, but it will be out today before the stream. Like, obviously recording this 17 minutes after they posted this tweet. But there was one really interesting thing when it came to this. And it was a little bit of a thing where it's like players that people did not think were going to, not that people didn't think were going to like each other. Like, it was very clear that these players were. But if you guys did not see the second clip, where Caitlin Clark started trash-talking referee. She started going after a damn ref. Like, she couldn't help it. And this is obviously a clip shared by correlation, but by Angela Morian. So, basically, obviously, Caitlin Clark, at the end of the thing, she starts immediately talking to the damn referee. Like, she can't even do a halftime show without trash-talking a referee. Okay, this is not showing, is it? Yes, this is a clip from her, and she can't do the halftime show without trash talking the ref. But immediately, straight away, as soon as she talks to the ref, first thing she does is go over and starts joking with Sydney Colson. And then, obviously, during the game, this is one of the clips when it goes off to Caitlin Clark sitting beside Sydney Colson, the two of them just bursting out laughing. And again, Caitlin Clark is probably one of the most... Caitlin Clark's definitely just dad joke type funny. Like, supposedly just unbelievably goofy and doesn't take herself seriously. And from everything, that's all the people are saying. Like, sure, we've seen the type of funny that Caitlin Clark is. Like, she's the type of funny where it's like doesn't take himself seriously at all and just... The best word is almost one of the most goofy people you've seen. Like, we've seen all the things with her doing the baseball commentary with Lexi Hall, and that's all that the teammates keep saying is just how funny she is. And it was, even Christy Sides was like at the start of the year, it was so serious, but it was over the Olympic break that Caitlin's like personality began to shine. And Sydney Colson is Sydney Colson, for better or for worse. Sydney Colson is Sydney Colson. Like, she is going to get the Fever in a lot of trouble on Twitter, but she has Hall of Fame Twitter fingers and does not care. I've never seen a person care less about what they say than Sydney Colson on Twitter. Like, it'll get her in trouble sometimes. Might get the team in trouble, but it almost reminds me of, like, if you've ever watched The Sidemen, like Harry. He says and does whatever the hell he wants, but that's just kind of a given. It's just kind of a given with him. It's like, possibly... And then at some stage, eventually, Sydney Colson's going to cross a line, but you just never know. So looking at the replies, Ken Swift, something we didn't have in our bingo cards. And that's the thing. That is the thing that I don't think anyone would have thought that Sydney Colson and Caitlin Clark were going to become... We're going to be not necessarily inseparable, but like the two of them just constantly joking with each other a year ago. Heck, no one... Like, if there was any player... Sydney Colson would have been in my, like, 3 least likely players to end up on the Fever. I'm trying to think of the least likely free agents to end up on the Fever from last season. Colson has to be in my top 3. Like, if I looked at last season's free agents, Bonner was people all thought maybe Dewana Bonner could. But I thought she was going to stay with Alyssa Thomas. But there is no way that there are more, like, she was not in the 3 least likely. But yeah, it is they're going to have so much fun, progress, destroying the locker room in front of our eyes, chemistry gone, good at armchair GMing. And that was the one thing I never understood it with Sydney Colson. Like, I understand Sydney Colson has Twitter fingers. I understand it that Gina Paradiso is her agent. But I never got that. Like, notorious locker room, notorious, like, person who's in the league because they're a locker room presence is going to be take down the team from within. Like, I never understood that logic, but that logic was as much as anything coming from freaking Aces fans. Like, I never understood that logic because, like, Colson's always been seen as a locker room person. And it just seems the vibes are so much better with the Fever right now than last year. And the vibes are so much better with the team. And obviously, look, we saw the workout clip a few days ago with one of Sydney Colson or Caitlin Clark saying something and Keith Porter being unable to control his laughter, and same with Lexi Hull. Somebody said something, and judging by Sydney Colson is probably the person to have said something, as everyone else just cannot stop laughing. And look, that helps with the vibes of a team. It really does. When things are going well, things are going bad. If you've got someone to make everyone laugh, like, it's going to help the team. It really is. And it's good seeing the vibes are so much better. The vibes are so much better than last year. Like, we don't have Caitlin Clark being told by her coach that, you know, all of her everything that made her Caitlin is wrong. She needs to start shooting more long twos, not mid-range shots, not pull-up shots, not floaters, long twos. And, you know, the shooting from too far away, that's a bad shot. And that she also needs to, you know, make a decision within 0.5 seconds to either shoot or pass when of catching the ball, which 100% means she was not, Chrissy Sides did not think she was a point guard. But yeah, the vibes difference from that to this. You've now brought in players that players specifically want. And I mean, if you're Caitlin, obviously, I'd say she has interacted 100%. Has, like, interacted with Colson before. She's somebody that Caitlin actively wanted. And especially when you've replaced Erica Wheeler, who was a vet to Caitlin Clark, who was a locker room presence, who was the hype person for the team. Colson obviously is being brought in for that reason. And do I think that she's going to play more than Erica Wheeler? No. And ironically, I do think that while she's not going to be, like, playing Erica Wheeler minutes, I don't think Erica Wheeler was probably would have been happy to play 5 minutes a game for an entire season, whereas I actually think Colson has done that for long enough that she probably would be happy. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And if you guys are watching this, it's like 3 a.m. for me right now, but I will be live streaming within the next couple of hours. 2 p.m. to ish my time, 9 a.m. ish Eastern time. But anyway, I'll see you guys.